Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house and a haunted graveyard from a haunted person with some really, really cute dogs. Hey Cottonfly, welcome back to the Chammy. REM-Pod is acting weird. Maybe the battery just died. I don't know. I posted the videos. Thought it was strange. Never really experienced that before. I'm going to put a fresh battery in it and see how it goes. See if it will play another song for us. So I noticed that once again, I'm being charged again for, remember I told you I took like this twin flame seminar thing? I was only supposed to make 3 payments, and I've been paying since April, and they don't stop charging me. So I guess I'm going to have to say, hey, here's the screenshot of the deal we had. Stop now. I don't understand why the subscription is messed up like that, but hopefully I can fix that before I go to bed. Hey, love 1234, how are you, dear? Thanks, Cottonfly. I like my ponchos. Even my bird's name is Poncho. I wonder if this thing works. Okay, that's got some juice in it. I'm not sure which one's which. I've got like 3 here now. I'm gonna just guess this is the new one. So it's just a Lionsgate portal fun thing that I'm doing. You just get a couple of cards for $3 with an oracle card for the $3.33, or you can get a general for $8.88. It's usually $10. So yeah, if you want to get one, let me know, because they're only going to last through the weekend. And then we'll be going back to regular paid readings until there's some other fun celestial event. It's really weird how the room just suddenly got, like it suddenly just sounds more hollow. It is so strange. But I'll be on tomorrow too. I'm probably just going to keep this on for you guys, since I'm doing other work in the same location. You know, I can always see on my phone if someone donates. But yeah, the special will be on until the Lionsgate portal closes. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. That'd be awesome. I always like to do readings for you. It's fun. Usually late on Thursday nights, I can get a little bit busy. I just had a client that called the call center and was asking about how someone felt about her. And I was trying to tell her that the cards are basically saying they feel pretty good about her. And then she starts going into other tarot readings. And I had to tell her, like I tell people here, I just don't give a flying fudge about other people's readings that you've gotten that make you feel like cheese whiz about yourself. let alone your specific person or your situation, because I feel like there's no reason to try to hook through anything other than what's true and authentic about what the cards are blatantly telling you. I mean, it's simple. I just think that many of us have maybe a different way of reading. I don't know. But I felt like really bad for, this girl, because she's like, well, he went hot and cold on me. I'm like, well, yeah, okay, the cards are showing that there's some hot and cold feelings back and forth for sure. But I was like, maybe you've gotten that way on your own, feeling about yourself, him and his feelings towards you as well. And she's like, no, he did it on his own. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, what do you want? She's like, I want to tell him that I love him, but I think that and feel that he'll just think and feel I'm stupid. I'm like, and this is what you're telling yourself? She's like, well, other two card readers told her whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, I don't really care what they said that hurt your feelings. It's not true. I'm like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day what the cards said on that day. I said, especially since right now the cards are saying that in the Empress and the King of Swords that he not only finds her enchanting, but smart. Whether it's a smart ass or a smart mind, I'm not sure, but we didn't get that far. But it was definitely a lot of fun to give that person that reading. I hope they'll come back. I think sometimes people get confused that, this picture on this paper is not the operant power. It's here to give us the advice and what we need to know right now. I mean, I'm sure tarot's used for many other things as well. I mean, I'm really sure people like to get in people's heads really deeply with cards. But it never served me to try to do that.
Lemonade?
No.
They gave him lemonade. Look at him. He's funny.
I don't know what I think about that.
Okay. What is the channel change? Yeah.
I don't know.
No. What is the?
Oh, the channel changer. You're funny, Dad. Here's the phone charger.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh no, don't apologize.
Oh, was this some garbage from Greeks? You're allowed. I got some more time, but I'm not gonna listen to anymore. They give me a headache.
Okay.
Hey. Are you got people there?
Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, I probably won't be on for very long. So if anyone needs a reading, let me know. I'll be back. Let me help you for a minute. So can you ask her for your headache?
I know this garbage.
I'm gonna try it for you. Hey, Liz. So my dad's had a weird headache for a couple days. It comes and goes. But I think it's just mostly stress about all this shit around here. Fucking, which I'm not trying to talk about. I'm really not trying to serve it at all. But I do understand and know how unhappy he is here. Because I feel the same way. Because it's so, you know. Hey, Spirit, welcome back. It's always fun when it goes beep, isn't it? Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power. Man, the lag is real. Yeah, I hope he feels better soon too. I mean, he's generally feeling well, but a little bit concerned with the stress level. Hey Molly, welcome back to the Chandy. I know, isn't that interesting? I wanted to play another song. Great, I can't even see this chat at all. What is going on with this internet? Part of my French YouTube. I'm just catching up with chat. Hey Jessica, welcome back. Hey, Pamela, good morning. I'm doing good. Just came back to hang out, see who was around. Hey, Amar, welcome to the channel. Hey, Shopaholic, how are you, dear? I don't know what happened to the person who was in the chat, but for some reason my call center's being a booger. Have you been Shopaholic? Hey, Shopaholic, thanks so much for your donation. So what's been up with you, Shopaholic? How are you? Any updates? What, are you gonna read the cards? Huh? When are you gonna read the cards? She's like, yeah, I am. I'll read the cards. Are you scared? Something scare you, honey? Yeah? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Where's your mommy doggy? She's like literally shaking. Your nose is running. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, dear? I'm good. Oh, that's cool, Shopaholic. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. That's really cool. Let me go and put her with her mommy doggy. Be right back. I'm back. So it didn't give me a question in the PayPal payment. Yeah. Go ahead and post a question, please. Wow. Sure, we can get into that shopaholic. Okay. Honey, I would love to have you on my lap, but I need to be able to hold you too. Hey, Cynthia, how are you, dear? I'm not doing free readings right now. I'm good, babe. I'm good. How have you been? Any updates? So, the dog's gonna have a cow. Got your cards here. Shopaholic. So, Shopaholic. Most important thing for you to understand right now is that this person is very much in their feelings for you in this cups, in their wish fulfilled, wishing for that emotional and financial security that they could bring to you as well. Their intentions right now are to make this happen. Spirit's like as if you guys are both suspended in limbo, but you're going to have this epiphany here. It's not going to stay this limbo for forever. Okay. There is going to come a time where, you find the strength and the courage to either say, hey, this is what I want. How do you want to operate around it? But they're also looking for that strength and courage. And they also feel as if you give them that strength and courage as well. Like there's something about you that makes them feel more strong compared to whatever the hell this is in this Eight of Swords. It's like they're in some kind of mental prison about you as well. But love is blind, okay? And, they wish they could be more like you even in this Queen of Swords, more resilient, more head above the clouds kind of energy, more finding this sense of humor in things. Now, they are feeling a little bit, so maybe some wobbles in this Tower card. They might be feeling, like maybe they are Like, is this going to be worth fighting for? Is this going to be worth, communicating for? I want to be able to defend myself and stick up for my beliefs too. And they feel that you're somebody that would really allow them to embody that. They do not want conflict or pain or suffering with you or for you. They really want this opportunity for this emotional and financial security. They really want this opportunity to make an offering to you that would make you both happy. So heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly, discuss your feelings for one another. So I feel that's something that you need to be getting in order for sure. What do you want this person to feel? What do you want them to say? How do you want it to be? Who would you be if you, because they're your man. It's your man. And it's your man until it doesn't float your boat anymore. Okay? But all good cards. Staying in that energy that that it's already yours. You have that control. You are the operant power. Don't forget that. Okay? You're so welcome. Thank you. Grateful for your donation. I really appreciate it. And once again, just looking at the card, there's something nostalgic. They want to feel nostalgic about love too. In this Six of Cups. So go to sleep tonight as if you already have it, or you have what you want with this person instead of the old feelings that don't serve you. Okay. And you'll see the more that you serve the feelings and emotions that do serve you, the more you will be seeing what you want show up in your 3D reality. Because from within, so without. What's going on inside has no choice but to show up, around you. Thanks, Jessica. Appreciate you saying that. I'm a singer. I'm one of those singers that was just natural. Like, I tried to go to singing lessons, and they were like, "We can't teach you anything except how to control that." And then even then, we're not sure we can help you. Singing really is like my passion. Like, I wish I was losing my voice singing instead of talking. I have been auditioning for lots of voiceover work. I really wish I could get some voiceover work, vocals or speaking. And I really enjoy making guided meditations. So if you're into guided meditations, I do have a couple of them on my channel that I made that are like totally organic. I wrote them. I did the voice. I recorded the sounds in nature. I didn't go borrow them or anything like that, or rip them off of any websites, or download them, or pay for them. There's just something about making guided meditations. I find it to be groovy. So there's the link to it if you want to check it out. I wrote the music and as well as recorded all the sounds in nature. That was pretty fun to go down to the river and do that. So what do you think? Try not to? Yeah, me too. She's been incredibly needy tonight. I don't know why. It's okay, you're safe. If you feel better here, you can stay here. Me too, Liz. Yeah. What do you want to be for Halloween? What spooky movie do you want to reenact with Mom? Maybe we'll do The Shining. And you can be Danny. You did a pretty good job of playing Georgie. Oh, you're welcome. Wasn't Ruby funny as it? Yes, you gotta say turdy. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff crazy like that in Texas. Is this like a Texas thing? Texas is so weird. Oh, Liz has turtle issues. I have dolphin issues. It's essential Texas. Man, Texas is wild. True, Molly. Oh, God. I did that with like crabs when I was a kid. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, I thought they belong on the beach. Yeah, sure, I'll buy them. And then I just go put them on the beach. I have no questions about Texas. I just don't care. The only thing I care about in Texas is Molly. Right? Because all my exes live in Texas. Gypsy. Are you a little card reader? A little Queenie card reader? Yeah, I don't eat crawfish. I don't eat shrimp. I don't eat lobster. I have before, but it's just not appetizing to me. I want fishies, right? Fishies. But not dolphins. Oysters. That's what oysters taste like to me. It just tastes like boogers. Yeah, if I start craving food like that's seafood, I mean, and it's not even really about seafood for me. It's more about like, and I don't even think that salmon is a seafood. So I think it is a freshwater water fish. I can't remember, but I really like salmon. I think I'm addicted. It's really bad. But maybe it is a saltwater fish because they come from the Atlantic. But isn't there a difference between wild caught and Atlantic though? Like, or is it just they can live in but what salt? What? Salmon are typically anadromous. Anadromous? It's a Greek word. They hatch in the gravel beds of shallow freshwater streams, migrate to the ocean as adults, and live like sea fish. Then return to freshwater to reproduce. However, populations of several species are restricted to freshwater throughout their lives. So I guess it can live in both. Yeah, I really like salmon. Okay, all right. You're gonna be my little puppy dog. You're gonna be my puppy dog on my lap. Why are you so needy tonight? Are you scared of something? You want a garlic cookie? There's no cookies here. No cookies. Only CBDB. And you certainly can't eat that garlic. I mean, you could, but it'd be really bad for you. Did it echo? Hey, did you ever end up going to that spam place? Isn't like spam really popular in Minnesota? Isn't it like the spam capital of the world? And had you not ever had spam before or something like that? And I was like, yep, she's weird. She thinks I'm weird because I've never had Dunkaroos, and I think she's weird because she's never had spam. Spam is just absolutely disgusting. I bet. think that if someone's gonna eat raw oysters, they definitely need to like have some champagne or some like whiskey on the side to chase it down. Right on. Yeah, it's almost your birthday. What kind of cake are you getting? Yummy. I like to get apple caramel cake for my birthday. Okay. You gonna pick a card for us? Hmm? Okay, let's see what card you pick. She picked the world card. How cute. Yes, baby, you are the world. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. I'm gonna take you to your mommy doggy. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go get another drink. Georgia James. I want to do on Pearl's mat. Not me. I just want puppies. We have puppies.
Incoming call. Incoming call.
Thank you. Hey, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks so much for asking. So, what's going on? Do you need someone to talk to, or do you need a reading? You need both? What's going on?
Sure. I mean, I've talked to you, I think, a long time ago now. Maybe
Okay.
a couple months ago.
So, what's going on? Update me.
um, well, I don't know. I messaged my ex
Mm-hmm.
in general to apologize, and then he said he was gonna give me my dog tag back.
Oh, yes, I remember this. Yes.
Yeah. So I guess like, do you think it's gonna be like a good conversation? Like it'll be like good, I guess, mentally for me to have.
I think it will be. I intuitively feel that it will be because this is something that you've wanted for a long time to happen. Spirit also says in the King of Cups here that this is about understanding yourself more, even understanding the connection that you have with this person. I mean, it would be basic respect for them to give it back to you if it's something you really want back. If you want the conversation to go well, it will, because I mean, not only is Spirit confirming it in this King of Cups, but once again, you're that operant power. You're the one that, everything will show up to you the way that you really expect it. So I'm just going to get you a oracle card here and see what it says. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my dog. I apologize.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay, she's over there growling. So love yourself first. Very interesting oracle love card. So your self-respect makes you more attractive to this person. It's interesting. Trust. The situation is calling for you to trust not only them but yourself. That's interesting too. Trust. So you haven't heard back from them yet, or what? What is up with that?
He responded back and was the one that said to give back the dog tags, and then I responded back and said if we could meet up. I think it'll be good for me to talk about something, even though it's in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I said to like arrange a day. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Do you know what you want to happen? Do you know what you want though?
Um, I think I would like to be able to express myself and just at least
Yeah, and
say,
you should express yourself, whether it's vocally over the phone or face to face.
okay,
Okay, so that you'll feel better about it, so you'll know you did it, because you obviously have the courage. You found the courage to go ahead and go forth with this. So give
mm-hmm,
yourself the empowerment by actually, don't try to micromanage it. Don't, if they'll stay on the phone and listen to you, it's just as good as saying it to them face to face. If it makes you feel better to be face to face, do it. But
mm-hmm,
don't let it trigger you if you don't get the response, because it's just going to show up to you the way that you expect it. So if you sit around saying, um, I don't know what's going to happen, that's exactly what's going to happen is, you're just going to throw caution to the wind, and you're just going to, that's what the vibrational energy is going to stay. It's going to stay in this stalemate situation, but if you
okay,
turn within and go within and think about what you want and start expecting that, instead of, I don't know what's going to happen. Because if you say, I don't, and you feel and you expect, I don't know what's going to happen, that's going to give off a lot of confusing vibrational energy. That's either going to make him, it's going to just make him go cold. It could make him, repel him. You might not get what you want, you know.
How do you greet someone? Do you give them a hug in that aspect? Or do you like just say hi?
Well, how do I greet someone? I mean, I'm just say hello. I mean, how long's it been since you've seen this person?
March.
If it feels good to give somebody a hug because it feels good and it makes you feel good, do it. If it doesn't because it triggers you, then don't do anything that triggers you.
Okay.
That's going to really take you far, you know, and doing things that, like this card says, by putting yourself first. You know, love yourself first. If you greet people with a hug, then hug them. If you don't, then don't do anything that doesn't feel natural. Because what feels natural to you is exactly what you're going to manifest.
I had another question.
Okay.
In the message, she said, like, I thought you forgot about me. Or, like, I guess, have forgot about me. I'm assuming he's over things, right? Or, like,
so he's probably, we can get into that and see what, you know, exactly what Spirit needs you to know about that. But he could have been saying it kind of from a smart aleck kind of place. Let's see what Spirit says. Some people, you know, he might have been sitting around not expecting too much as well. You know, if you've been sitting around not expecting too much, this person's literally going to absorb, think, feel what you're thinking, feeling about yourself, them, the situation. They can only show up to you the way that you expect it. Spirit, why did he tell her that? So it looks like with this Page of Pentacles, this Four of Swords, this Justice card, this King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost as if it's saying like he's expecting like you to be around for good times, bad times. Like he really expected to trust like that he could or would hear from you again. But maybe you were just taking too long, you know, in this Four of Swords. So they just kind of gave up on it, not really knowing if they could take action on it or not. I mean, it's like as if they're insecure, but you know, this Four of Swords is showing they're emotionally stunted. It's like they need to recover from something, and I'm not quite sure what it is.
Okay.
Recover from the fact that they've got a great opportunity here. I don't know. You know, some people they'll find the love of their life and then put themselves through a mental phase before they can really decide what they want. You've got so many people who are just friends with benefits that don't even really know how to be each other's friends because of it. You've got so many people who they'll just give away their pearl for nothing. So some guys and some girls think, well, that's how it is. And that's just ridiculous because people don't really learn how to be friends or communicate in that way. You know, just because you have chemistry something with somebody, you know, and those vibrational pheromones like that doesn't mean you have a connection. So, but I think with these cards, it's saying that you guys do have some kind of connection, some kind of chemistry, some kind of basic self-respect for yourselves and for each other. And I think that these cards are all showing, you know, it will be a good outcome for you, especially if that's something that you want. But I guess they expected a little more from you, and that's why they said what they said, that you forgot about them. Maybe they really felt that way, which is showing, you know, it's showing that they really felt they had some kind of opportunity with you, but then they just decided to rest on their feelings with it because they weren't sure in that Four of Swords.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He said he didn't believe in second chances, so I just.
Well, that's his limiting belief in circumstance, not yours.
Yeah.
You know, so once he planted that evil seed in your head, you with it. You ran with it. I mean, you won't believe how many amazing stories I've heard where guys have told girls like that, like told girls that, or girls have told guys that, like that same kind of thing. But at the end of the day, because one person persisted in what they wanted and their feelings and what they created, and it got to the point where their partner or their specific person changed their mind about that second chances thing.
Oh, I mean, I don't. I would like to say that that's possible, but I don't think that.
Well, yeah, and if you don't think that it's possible, even though it is, because anything's possible, what does impossible say? I am possible. Anything is possible, but because you feel it's not possible, and because of your programming, you weren't taught that this is impossible. You weren't taught. You didn't come here to the world thinking that this was impossible. You didn't even know what it was. You were taught what impossible was, and you were taught to believe that what's possible, which is anything, is impossible. So because you feel it's impossible, this stays a stalemate. Spirit could tell you all day long, trust the process, trust your feelings. But because you're not sure yet, it's like there's no one else outside of you to give it to you. I guess it's something you just have to experience for yourself. I mean, doesn't matter what these cards say and their message on paper until you give it a meaning. Nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. Not time, not space, not an astrological sign, not a tarot card, nothing. We're literally timeless. We made up time. Everything in the room around you had to be created with a thought, and that's how this situation is with your specific person and the dog tags and everything. That's why I say don't do anything that triggers you. Focus on what serves you, feelings and emotions. Don't do anything unless it makes you feel good about you and empowers you. Love yourself first is what this card says. Your self-respect makes you more attractive.
Do you think, I mean, I guess, are we ever going to cross paths again after this, or this is just probably just a bit?
I'll split the deck and see. So, yeah, you will. Queen of Swords, especially if that's something you want. By staying resilient, staying on that strict mental diet of what you want instead of what you don't want. Keeping your head above the clouds, finding the sense of humor, and then staying resilient through it. Thank you, Hot Fly. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate that. I had to step away for a moment.
Incoming call.
Hey, welcome back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So like I was saying, your thoughts and feelings are just as important as whatever your desires are. I mean, do you even know what you want?
I think I would like to talk in general, just to at least explain to him how it was feeling, deeply at the time, and just in general, this aftermath of things. Because I feel like this is probably a grieving apart for him after this.
Well,
he had more of a busy life than I did.
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that you want to say about the old story, right?
Yeah.
I just don't know if, I, at the end of the day, think you guys should be talking about the new story. I mean, even though that's hidden from you right now because it's, you don't seem to want anything in a new story with him.
I mean, I don't think he wants that.
Well, see, that's the thing is it doesn't matter what he thinks. It doesn't matter what he wants because it's not his reality and it's not his reality to create it for you. He's not sitting somewhere creating this shit story for you. Pardon my French. But at the end of the day,
I don't think he's thinking that in depth about it.
And at the end of the day, it's like you can't give it to yourself because you're so worried about what someone else wants or what they think, and that's just not how it works, darling. You literally create with your co-creator whatever you feel. It's in every spiritual script. Every guru talks about it. until they're blue in the face. And because you're manifesting involuntarily the way that you literally involuntarily breathe, and it's all based on your vibrations, I mean, it's just science. So you think he doesn't want it because he's put all these limiting beliefs and circumstances on himself, and now you've picked up the same limiting beliefs, narrow-minded circumstances as well. See what I'm saying? Like, had he never said that stuff to you, you wouldn't be sitting here crying about it. You know, you wouldn't be sitting here stressing about it. You wouldn't be sitting here going, giving a shit about it. Pardon my French. You know, if he was like, it's on like Donkey Kong, you know, you'd be like, it's on, which means that if he said, I'm jumping over the side of a bridge, you'd either try to stop him or follow him. You see what I'm saying? It's just like that. Of course, you try to stop somebody from jumping off a bridge, but I'm trying to say that, like, if he said, I'm jumping off a bridge because God said it was healthy, or aliens are coming back, or I just feel like it's the right thing for us to do, you're not going to jump over the side of the bridge with him, right? No. Yeah. So, and I don't know, sometimes I like to point these things out to people because they get really into what somebody else might think or feel or want, and they don't stop to serve themselves at all. They don't stop to think about how those people or that person that they care, you know, it's like you're going to have to go outside the box with this and stop caring what he thinks and feels or wants, because at the end of the day, that does not serve you when it's negative. That version of him does not serve you. He's not coming back, that version. He's not coming back. So sitting there talking about what happened and the impact after it, he's not going to care. He only wants to have action with you in this Knight of Wands that's fun and inspiring, and that is the kind of action that you guys can come back together again and talk about how awesome it was, or make memories, or have a nostalgic moment. You know, this is, you know, action in the things that you do together, maybe getting together once a week or a couple times a week to share your time together. You know, these are things that this person wants in their everyday life. They don't want conflict. They want to be with someone that makes them feel peaceful. And you want to be with someone who makes you feel peaceful. So,
like, what is, I mean, I guess, what is his intention with this conversation? Is it just like a high vibe?
So Spirit, what does she need to know about his intentions with this conversation? It's interesting. The Lovers, to make loving choices for himself and for you as well. Is it just a high and by, Spirit? Is it just a high and by? No, Spirit says in the Seven of Wands. I'm sorry, Seven of Swords. I apologize. I'm tired. I've been pulling cards all day.
It is late. It's late in the night.
But look, it's so important for you to understand that this person really does want to make loving choices with this Lovers card. This card is not just about sex. A lot of people are like, oh, that's all about sex and being lovers, blah, blah, blah. But the card was originally called love, historically.
I mean, okay.
But it's really important for you to think about what you want. And if you don't know what you want, let your higher self, which is your heart, guide you to that, because you know what you don't want. And you know that staying in a frame of mind where that doesn't serve you isn't going to help you either. I mean, I feel like you both will be able to make this something special if only you could just go within and feel that special. But if it doesn't make you feel yummy, if this person doesn't float your boat, if they keep you in this frame of mind that doesn't, you know, it's always in limbo, it could be more difficult to create the energy, the vibe, and the situation you want, because you're already overwhelmed by their limiting beliefs and circumstances, like they don't do second chances and this and that and that and this. Like, such baby man. Sorry, but
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, in my message, I guess, I kind of just wished him well overall, because I was like, I don't think he'd want to try anything. Then he said we can either meet up And then the second thing he said, or I could just drop off your dog tags. He's like, I still have them. And then I said, like, thank you, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, we could
So
just meet up quick.
if you guys meet up, pick a specific time, say 8:00 at night or whatever. And if he can't come at 8:00 at night, don't let him baby man you and be like, I'll meet you at 10 or another day. You stay strict to your time. No, 8:00, whatever, Saturday, it's the only time I can meet. Do not let him play the rain check game on you. This is important to you. Okay? And stop thinking about you don't think he doesn't. Who cares what he thinks? It's your man. That's what you want. Until you say it's over.
Is he over? Like, is he over this still?
I can't tell on these cards. I mean, in this cards, no. 3 of Swords, he's not over it. Keep me updated.
I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Nothing if you keep thinking like that. Oh gosh. Nothing is gonna happen if she keeps saying, I don't know what's gonna happen. Well, I can't stand to think like that at all. I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I can't live like that anymore. I just can't do it. It doesn't serve me. Well, any hoodle noodle. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna write a new song. It's gonna be called I Don't Know What's Gonna Happen. I can't imagine what's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen if you don't imagine it. Imagine that. Wow. He has a house here in town, 2 rentals, a boat, and he's the pilot on his own plane. He makes bank and he has all that wonderful stuff he's never going to be able to take to the grave. You're still going to be lonely, sexual, desperate, and sad because he'll never be there to enjoy any of that with you because he's already not enjoying it at all. Being on a boat 8 hours a day, 8 months a year. So you really got to think about it, Molly. What do you want? You want a guy who has all that and he's there every day and you can have sex in the most amazing, wonderful, harmonious, sexy relationship of your life that's committed in what you want? Now, what you can do is change it in your mind if this is really someone who floats your boat, where he finds a different job and he's not floating the boat, so he can float your boat more often. Because we both know what's going to happen if he ain't floating your boat. Okay? You're not going to like it. You're someone who has to absolutely have a healthy, sexual, happy, harmonious sexual relationship. That's just who you are. We all need that. We all deserve that. Okay? But yeah, definitely something to think about. You know, I mean, you want to enjoy the rentals and the money and the houses alone with your dildo? Just be honest. It's part of my French YouTube. Okay, but I would be like, nah, peace out. But you can have all that and a bag of chips, but might be interesting if you have a lush. And then while he's on the boat for 8 months, you know. You can play with your REM pod. But once again, think about your path of least resistance and what it's been. And when I talk about path of least resistance, here's my analogy, if that's even the word for it. Here's my thoughts and feelings on it. Like I said about this apartment. Okay, it's being a renter has always been the path of least resistance for me because that's all I know. So what happens is I keep getting into these situations where, like, well, they can treat me like shit as long as they're taking my money and I've got a roof over my head. Like, that's literally how I thought. I literally thought and felt, okay, well, I'm paying a lot of money for the apartment and it's covered in roaches and I can do everything and anything I can to get rid of them, right? And even getting maintenance on the rodent problem, but it never gets fixed. And then all my shit gets trashed because of it. And then I have to throw it all away. You know, and you get used to that. You get used to that kind of shit. And then you think that's all you're worthy of. All right? To the point where it's like you're living in a place and the ceiling's caving in and you still have rodents and you have black mold growing everywhere and your appliances barely work and they're 25 years old and nobody cares. And you still think that's all you're worth. And it's still your path of least resistance. And you keep taking it, okay, because you're either afraid to ask for help or you're ashamed to talk about it or you don't think you're good enough because, once again, you think that's all you're worth. Like, you see where I'm going with this? And it happens to so many of us, whether it's learning how to drive a car, getting a better job, having the career or the man or the relationship or sex life of your dreams, you know, your dreams of and your ambitions in regards to, you know, artists or musicians that might be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I realized, you know, a lot of these law of attraction, law of assumption gurus who are on here, on YouTube, online, on Instagram, on TikTok, on whatever the fudge is out there. You know, a lot of them are like, take the path of least resistance. Like, no, you take the path of least resistance, bitch. Because let me tell you what, every time I took it, it just led me back down the same path I didn't want to be on and left me stuck there. So I have to write a new story for myself because I just can't look back or it's going to keep turning me into a pile of salt. Okay, and I don't want it to be, you know, the pile of salt that gets put into someone else's magic spell because I am the magic spell. You know, I am the salt. I am the one that is the operant power. So I have to break down today and do a GoFundMe and just ask for help to get the money together to buy a house or rent one because this can't go on much longer. I have to be in a place that's stable, okay, that's secure, where I know that I can leave my home and go see my family if someone's dying and not worry about it getting robbed and not worry about it getting broken into and not worry about it getting burned down and not worry about junkies and meth heads and people who might try to kick me out and put all my shit on the street while I'm in the middle of a funeral or in the middle of a whatever. So I'm just going to try to do everything I can that's unconventional, that's different, that's outside the box of my path of least resistance, which was to path of least resistance was to, well, I don't know what any of this shit is, just put it in a box and let's go to the next box. Let's go to the next shithole to live in. Yeah. Hey, Shopaholic, thank you so much for your donation. What's going on, babe? Okay. Let me just turn the call center off so we don't get interrupted. Hey, silly, those were just my cards. Hey, that was just mommy. That was just me. There I go with that southern. Like that's what it's me growing up. All right. Stop being silly, dog. Spirit, what does Shopaholic need to know about Ella and Abby being upset with Shopaholic? Are they upset? Are Ella and Abby upset with Shopaholic, Spirit? Yes. And this Eight of Wands. Something about the communication being off. Maybe the type of communication they want hasn't been achieved just yet. Spirit, what can you tell us about why? So both of them feel pretty sensitive about this and the Queen of Cups. But Spirit, why? Why are they upset with Shopaholic? Like what kind of level of upset? Well, it can't be too bad. First of all, these are all very little baby cards. These are not even major arcana cards. It's little stuff. Nitpicking stuff. Like they might be upset with you because they feel like you're not perfect enough, or you're not right enough, or you're not the way they feel you should be in this Eight of Pentacles. Let's get more into it. You know, they might be feeling that, or you could even be feeling like y'all have put in so much and you're not getting out of it what you really want. In the Six of Pentacles. See, there's some kind of wish-fulfilled desire here in this Nine of Cups. Sorry about my nails being so bad, guys, but I gotta redo them. So they're more punk rock tonight than ever. But yeah, there is something that it's like they wish to share more harmonious moments over cheesecake and wine. But it's like there's some kind of something going on with communication. But there's just something that is it's just off with the emotional and the communication. One second. You are just persistent, very persistent. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with you, but you're scaring me. So just relax. So Spirit, interesting. Spirit, what kind of advice can you give Shopaholic? So it's not that they're upset with you terribly about anything, but conflict. You know, don't make any conflict over this. It's such small stuff that it's not that important. You know, they don't want to fight with you. But this does show the conflict, you know, turning your back on it, serving yourself with feelings and emotions that serve you once again in this Ace of Pentacles, showing you an opportunity to be more secure emotionally in this, by serving yourself with feelings and emotions that once again, you know, it's like you have this vision of something that you want and you can have it. But I can also see in this Nine of Wands, you've been battered and bruised. So maybe you're superimposing some older stories over some new ones. But Spirit's also saying, you know, if your vision is to rebuild your connections with people, your ties with people, being the best version of yourself, they're good people to do that with. You know, you can really build a foundation of love and trust there, despite being battered and bruised in the past. You know, forgiveness and learning. So I feel like Spirit's saying, you know, forgive yourself for the past, leave it there, learn from it, move on. This is such small stuff. There isn't even a major arcana in here. there was a major arcana, I'd be like, yeah, this is intense, but this isn't really, it's like, it's not really that big of a deal. It's something that can just be worked through over time. Don't react to it. Don't react to what you don't like, and react even less to what you do. What do you want? How do you want them to feel about you? How do you want them to think about you? What do you want to happen? Hey, cutie pie. It's up to you. But they do definitely see there's something different in you. And that's not a bad thing in that Eight of Pentacles, they might even see that you might need some encouraging, empowering, some help. So it's not so much that they're even upset with you at the end of the day. It's more as they're like upset with the fact that they've seen that maybe you haven't had the chance to really blossom or achieve some of the things that you'd like to achieve as well. Like they have. Maybe they think that that's different about you. I hope somehow that helps. Keep me updated, because Spirit says you can make friends of a lifetime here. You can if you really want that. You're welcome, Shopaholic. Remember, you can't say the wrong thing to the right people, okay? You're welcome, dear. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm so grateful for your help. So we've been live for about an hour and 30 minutes. I am going to close the portal here very soon. About 15 minutes. Maybe sooner, if I don't see anyone coming through in the next 10 minutes. Because it's pretty late here and it's almost time to go night-night. REM-pod's been super quiet. It's got a new battery, so maybe that's why. Maybe that's what. Maybe the battery like sings like that when it's highest. I don't know. It was super weird. That whole moment with that whole song, with the whole. I don't know. If there's any spirits, any good spirits, come light up the REM pod. Let us know you're here. Or hit the little ball. It did go off a couple times, you're right. Man, the people upstairs are being so loud, they're shaking my windows. Interesting. So it can detect people, ghosts, spirits, and demons from 1 foot away, from the antenna in every direction. Interesting. So could I be setting it off, sitting like 2 feet away from it? I know, it's okay. Hey, Alphonse, how are you tonight? Are you there? Hey, how you been feeling? How's your day of recovery been? Thank you so much for your donation. Oh, wow, is it really 2:22 a.m. on the East Coast? Wow. The dog is falling asleep. Interesting. She could have fell asleep. I do it all the time. And not intentionally either. Is that normal for you guys to do that to each other? Is it something that she just does? Has she ever done it before? I'm sorry you feel depressed and sore, but it will get better. You have a lot to look forward to. Do you have any specific questions that you want to ask? Well, let's ask Spirit what you just need to know right now about everything. Spirit, what does Alfonso need to know right now? I literally feel like this card's just saying she's asleep. She fell asleep. Two of Swords and the Hermit. They're both very nighttime cards, especially this Hermit card, which would be so much more important than that Two of Swords. You know, she's in her bathrobe, she's in her slippers. It's a starry night. She took a glance at her cell phone and then passed out. I mean, it looks like she was feeling pretty good regarding the conversation this morning, understanding, loving, caring. And this King of Cups. So yeah, make the effort. So I feel like this card's saying, you know, don't walk away. You know, I mean, great love is worth taking the steps to make the effort to make it happen. I mean, if it was 1985 and she didn't respond, you wouldn't care. Because you know you would see her tomorrow or you would talk on the phone in the morning. Just trying to give you an idea of where. Just because someone doesn't respond right away or when you want them to, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world, or that you have to walk away, or that you have to get in line for the naughty step. Okay. And because somebody has seen something and has not responded yet, doesn't mean that they won't respond in the way that you'd still like them to. Okay. Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing any laundry. Hey Juanita, welcome to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a free tarot card reading sometimes, and even a professional one from a haunted house and a haunted graveyard from a haunted person with really, really, really cute dogs. Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing laundry. You don't want to rip one of your incisions out. Am I just your person today? Yeah. Because you think I have a cookie? Do you think I am a cookie? And you want a cookie, right? Oh, your little heart's getting all flustered. But no more cookies for you. We don't want you to get fat. I love you. I love you. Little doggy wuggy one. So yeah, stay off the chores. Stay on the drugs that they've given you from the hospital or whatever, so you can recover. Take your medicine the way you're supposed to. Make sure you eat with the medicine the way you're supposed to. And relax. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. Excuse me. So take care of yourself, because you don't want that to bust open and then your intestines fall out. I'm sorry to hear that, Juanita. You can change it by knowing what you want to happen. That's interesting thing that you say that, because we were just talking about the path of least resistance, and it seems like, very well maybe that may just be the path of least resistance for her. To go from person to person to person, to be, she may feel she needs to be validated, in order to be happy. Okay, and just having validation and love from one person might not be enough, because there's something about her that, she gets what she needs by just being that way. But you, once again, you can change it. While we can't change people, you can change the situation and how it shows up to you, Alphonse. You know, she's not scared. What it is that, you know, she might not know what would make her happy. Or maybe being the way that she is the path of least resistance for her. And she'd rather be in that frame of mind because that's what makes her happy instead of having to worry about, I don't know what's going to happen. Because she has obviously maybe no control, or feel that she has no control over her life somehow. You know, people can have money, like we've talked about, people can have money, they can have cars, they can have a house, they can have a family, they can have love, they can have the best sex life, they can have everything that you'd ever want to be a happy, healthy, or wealthier human being, and they're still not happy. Because there's something that they're lacking in that they don't even know what it is at the end of the day. Well, once again, if you keep telling yourself that, that's exactly what you're going to get. It seems. I'll be right back. You got to tell yourself something different. Because the cards all tell you how much she does adore you and loves you and cherishes you. Every time. I'm back. Had to deal with the dog. Yeah, these zodiac signs are interesting because it's like the Gemini man just really wants peace and happiness, and Virgo's got to really make it complicated, overthinking, over imagining, overdoing it in all aspects of their life. Details like everything to them. So, maybe it's that she's a Virgo and she could be just overly critical of anything and everything. I don't know, because there's so many different aspects in someone's chart that, they could be the same astrological sign as me, but be a completely different being, because they have a different chart or different aspects, or they could even have some of the same aspects, but be a completely different person than I am because of their unique quality traits or different, aspects. Once again, there are some planets and charts that stay there for decades. Yeah, decades. So about 15 more minutes for readings. And then I'm going to cut it for the night. But I will be back tomorrow. I'll be here all day. Just see how it goes. So if anybody needs a reading tomorrow, I'll be here all day. And probably all night. If YouTube will let me. Or I'll be here several times throughout the day when I'm not here. I'll have to be gone in the afternoon, early evening to help someone with some paperwork, but I will be back. Tomorrow night I will be back with Spirit Box. We will channel the deck. And the undead. Yes. Mods can ask yes, no, maybe so, free questions. Sorry, I keep biting my nails. I'm trying so hard not to bite them. Okay, I'm going to close the portal in 5 minutes. And I'll be back later for more tarot. Okay, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow or later today. It's Friday now. So y'all have a good time today. It's Friday. Happy weekend. And I will speak to y'all soon. Thanks so much for your donations, your likes, your chat. So grateful for all of you. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.